Jemel, Ken Kreitzker, Cam Detzmeter. First off, you went out of the game late with looked like a cramp. How are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just probably need to hydrate way more than I did before the game. So definitely learn from it, but I'm fine.
How did you feel about the offense? I mean, you got the key touchdown at the end of the second quarter to get you within 3 points going into halftime, and then such a strong second half. How did you feel about how the offense performed?
We felt good. We harped on what's happened in the past against teams like UTSA and some other teams we played in Georgia State where we just didn't finish the game in the second half. So we knew we had to put a drive together to start the second half, and we just harped on it in the locker room. We talked about we were going to come out strong, and it really happened. And we stayed strong until the final whistle, so it was good to see.
And how did you feel your offensive line did today? Obviously, you had over 440 yards rushing today.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. During the week, we kind of prepared for every single defensive look. We weren't really sure what they were going to come out in because they hadn't really played a triple option team yet. So it definitely helped out when we got into the game today, and we were able to adjust whenever we saw something that we weren't really sure about.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sal or Seth?
Seth Mendelson, Black Knight Nation. It seemed that the team was a little bit off in the first quarter into the second quarter, and then you guys turned it around, obviously. Did you notice that, and what do you think was the difference?
I think the biggest thing offensively was we understood how big that the fourth down conversion that we didn't get on our side of the field, that was pretty bad. During the week we make a huge emphasis on short yardage plays, and to have that happen, it kind of gave us an edge going into the next drive, and we were able to go punch it into the end zone. And like I said, when we got back to the locker room, we said we were just going to put the gas to the pedal, or pedal to the metal, and we're just going to execute in the second half.
How does this look for the Air Force game? You guys are going in a week off. You have one of your two big games of the year. I know every game's big, but Air Force and Navy, you guys got to be up on a high right now.
Yes, sir. It definitely gave us confidence going into this bye week. We want everybody to get healthy so we can have a full team by the time we get to Air Force. But it definitely, like I said, it gives us huge confidence going to the next game. Coach Munkin talked about after the Wake Forest game, we had to be desperate for a win, and we were going to start a new season. And he talks about he breaks it down kind of in a boxing match. So last week was round 1. He said today was round 2. So now we're on to round 3 against Air Force.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You have one, Sal?
Hey, Jemel, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Can you talk about the pass to Ijon and how he was able to stay in bounds? And I thought that was a pretty big play for you guys in the second half.
Yes, sir. I've seen Ijon make huge plays in practice, and that was a play that we kind of put in this week based on what we saw defensively from them. And Ijon, I just threw it up, and Ijon just made a great play, and I trusted him. That's just all the work that we put in throughout the offseason and in the summer, coming up on Saturdays and just working with each other. I've seen him make that play plenty of times, so I had all the confidence in the world.
Do you have one, Joey?
Yeah, hey Jemel, Joe Icona with GoBlackKnights.com. Talk about your first touchdown, the 4th and 4 play. Looked like ULM had it bottled up pretty good right out of the gate, and then you were able to kind of get outside and shake and move a little bit.
Yes, sir. That was a play we worked on a lot this week based on what we saw defensively from them. And I was able to just follow the great blocking up front and get to the end zone. Cole had a great block down the field. And you see that from Cole all the time, just his effort every single play until the whistle blows. You just want guys like that to be able to follow them, and just having guys like that on your team is great.
It's awesome. And my follow-up and final question, speaking about the blocking and the offensive line, having Shane Buckingham and Booby Law back, Connor Finucane was able to move the guard. Looked like the offensive line was getting really good push, especially in the second half. How much does it help? I know everybody's capable, but how much does it help actually having a lot closer to your starting 5 out there on the O-line?
Oh, it's great. We go out there and we just have confidence. Connor breathes confidence into the entire offense every single drive. And we always tell each other just take everything one play at a time. And they did that today. That was the approach we took to every single play, and it helped us out throughout the entire game.
Thanks.
All right, Ken.
Jemel, how is it having Jacoby Buchanan and Tyson Riley back in the lineup today?
They're a huge part of our offense. Once we get the B-back rolling, that's when everything else opens up offensively. So having those guys be healthy to play today and do as good as they did, if we have that every single week, we feel like we're unstoppable.
Thank you.
We're going to go to Zoom for a couple. Connor, you got me?
Okay, Ken, we have Jemel here, correct?
Yep.
Okay, Ken McMillan, you can start.
Ken McMillan from the Times Herald Record. Congratulations, Jemel.
Recording in progress.
Jemel, just tell us, what's it like to get this victory and 2-game win streak?
It's huge to get this win. I was saying before, Coach Munkin always tells us every single week after the Wake Forest game, we have to be desperate for a win. And I think every single phase came out there desperate for a win today. Everything offensively was moving. We got off to a slow start after our first drive, but we were able to pick it up from great leadership on the offensive line, and it just felt great to have this win.
How'd you feel out there as far as running the offense early on before you left the game?
I felt good. I was confident in what we were doing offensively. Once we found out a weakness in their defense, and once we were able to execute, it felt like we were just moving and we were in a rhythm. So it was just great to be out there.
Obviously, you had the 3 touchdowns. I mean, how exciting is that? And just take us through that first touchdown, the 31-yarder.
Yeah, Cole had great effort downfield blocking, and you get that from him every single week. And just being able to follow those guys up front, I feel like, they do their job every single day, and they come to work every single day with the passion to just get better. And just being able to follow all those 5 guys up front, it just makes life much easier as a quarterback.
And also just want to ask you about, you nearly went the whole way before you got pulled. I think it was a little tight hamstring. Is that it?
Just a little cramp, I was done.
Yeah. So to see the other 3 get in there and make plays, especially at Bryson's touchdown, how does that make you guys feel in the quarterback room?
We talk about it every single week. No matter who's in the game, every single person in there has to be ready. We've seen it before. We've had to play a lot of quarterbacks in the past, so everybody has to prepare like they're the starters. But it was great to see Bryson finally get into the end zone and not have a long run called back. We make fun of him about it all the time, but it was just great to see him get his first touchdown like that.
And lastly, you go into a bye week. What are your thoughts heading into a bye week and then Air Force?
This game definitely builds confidence going into the bye week, but our biggest emphasis is just getting guys healthy so we can have a great week of practice and then go into the Sunday when we get back from our bye week strong to get ready for the Air Force.